It's the final racing to win of the season. Big show coming up to go out with, but after 87 racing to wins and 87 meetings so far, it all comes down to this.
140 years of passion. Racing's most extraordinary chapter. We raced the world and made every finish unforgettable. Witnessing thrills and spectacles. We stood proud, side by side, as the bell rang in milestone moments. Records shattered, legends born. This is your chance to be part of racing history. A season of racing excellence. Don't miss the finale.
It is a finale, Tom, but it's not at Sha Tin as we saw in that graphic. It's Happy Valley.
It is, and there's plenty happening. Mark, hello to you and to everyone coming up at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. A pyrotechnic show after race number 5. Plenty of on-course entertainment. The beer garden should be heaving for the last meeting of the season. Tony Cruz Award still up for grabs as well, with Matthew Poon leading by 1. It is. We'll preview that Tony Cruz Award later in the show. Paul Ali joins us too with jackpot news.
Yeah, not just the fireworks, but there's plenty of money floating around as well, with 12 million going into the 6-up win bonus. So that should get over the 25 million mark, and also 3.8 million going into that last quartet first 4 merge pool. So that's going to be a bumper one as well.
It sure is. Now, before we go forward, we're going back to the last few days in Hong Kong. This is Sha Tin on Sunday, where John Size trained a treble and was crowned a champion trainer once again. He is unbeatable when it comes to the premiership on Wednesday night. Zach Purton, we knew he was the champion jockey. He was also announced the most popular jockey at the ceremony, which took place after the last race at Sha Tin. Zach received his award, and the most popular horse, well, it wasn't the horse of the year, the most popular horse. We're about to see who that is. Zach claims his trophy. It was Romantic Warrior, who was voted by the people as this year's most popular horse. And this celebration was followed by the traditional plushie throwing, with plenty of people sticking around to see the festivities after the racing. So that took place on Sunday. On Friday, it was the Horse of the Year Awards, and the Horse of the Year was named Ka Ying Rising for David Hayes, champion jockey Zach Purton. Been a good few days for Zach, champion trainer, and that was not confirmed until the weekend. John Size, champion 4-year-old, well, that was easy. Ka Ying Rising won champion sprinter as well as Horse of the Year. Champion miler, Voyage Bubble for Ricky Yu, and the champion middle distance horse, Romantic Warrior for Denny Shum. And the champion stayer was also Voyage Bubble, who created history by being just the second horse to win the Triple Crown. My Wish, he won the most improved horse for Mark Newnham. So they are the award winners. One man that was figuring heavily in that package was Zach Purton, and here is the 8-time champion jockey. Zach, another busy season, plenty of achievements, 8 titles, broke Dougie's record, Ka Ying Rising. How will you look back on it?
Yeah, all in all, it's been another great season, really. I started really well. Obviously, Ka Ying Rising was the talk of the town leading into December, so that was good. Was able to break the record, and then unfortunately had the fall. So that set us back a little bit, and then you've got to work hard to get fit and get back into the groove of things. But I think I finished the season off well, so yeah, very happy.
Going forward to next season, what are some of the things you're looking forward to the most?
Obviously the association with Ka Ying Rising. Getting down to Australia for the Everest is going to be very exciting. Outside of him, there's some nice new horses coming through, and they're always exciting, so we'll see what pops up.
How's the body?
Yeah, it's tired, like everyone. But yeah, just looking forward to a break, and the hard thing now is training back up and getting going again, but we're all faced with that same challenge, so get on with it and see how we go.
Premiership tables, Paul, we're going to bring them up right now and have a look at the Jockeys Championship and how far in front he is.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? So this was over 6 months ago or so, wasn't it, with Zach Purden well clear of Hugh Bowman, who's had a really good season, Andrea Zini, another one with a good season. Good to see these jockeys like Brenton and Luke doing well this season as well.
Yeah, I think we'll see Brenton certainly up higher next season, again on the table from where he is on 47. They're in a personal best here as well for Hugh Bowman. He has come out publicly, I think, and said that he's keen to chase down 3 figures next season. Obviously, there's a bit of a challenge for Hughie with the weight that he can do, but sounds like he's going to give it a good crack.
Good to hear. He's very entrenched in Hong Kong now, is Hugh. Trainers' Championship, Tom, earlier in the season, John Size would not have been on that graphic.
He would have been down towards the bottom in the doldrums, but quickly rising up through the ranks again. Record-setting 13th championship for John Size once again. I think it was certainly over a couple of weeks ago between him and David Hayes. David still got a few runners to come that I think are chances on Wednesday night. Ricky, he's right up there, but his momentum's been stalled over the last couple of weeks, and Pierre Rung, Paul, hanging into the top 10 there as well. But what you won't see on that list is David Eustace up around the low 30s there, so he's had a great first season.
He's had a really good first season. Manfred Mann's strike rate, 11.2%, same as John Size's.
That's amazing, isn't it? He's had a really good, statistically good season, has Manfred. The horses, Paul, and what an embarrassment of riches at the top.
Yeah, and look, it just showed how close that horse of the year was, because they're all rated the same. Kang Rising, Romantic Warrior, Voyage Bubble. Lucky Swain Nest, hopefully we'll see him on the comeback trail again next season. And the bridesmaid there, Helios Express, finally got that win at their back end of the season.
Yep, and of course, so many of those horses there heavily entrenched in the Longines World's Best ratings, which again came out last week with Kaying Rising equal 4th with Romantic Warrior as well.
Meeting details. We're moving on now to meeting number 88, 9 on the B course at Happy Valley. We get things underway 6:30. Early start time with lots going on the 2 races. We focus on races 8 and 9. The 8th has Magic Control going back to the 1200. Unbeaten this grade, check pieces go on for the first time. Raging Blizzard, 2-time course and distance winner. Majestic Night, first up since February. Kaholo Angels had a terrific last few months. He's won 3 from his last 4. Full Credit has placed once from 2 over the 1200 at the Valley. Had an excuse last time. Tomodachi Kokoro, One-Eyed Blinker goes on. Self-improvement, first time at Happy Valley for him. And a better draw for Eris Nova. We've got a leader here, Paul, of Magic Control.
Yeah, look, Magic Control, he does like to lead over the 1200 metres. We've seen that in these races, so I think he can go forward. He's only been to Happy Valley once. That was his debut run here in Hong Kong. Full Credit's got pace. Beauty Waves put himself right in the race when winning last time. Aurora Lady, now, he likes to go forward, but can be a slightly slower way. But a lot of these horses like to settle midfield. Majestic Night, Kaholo Angel, Eris Nova, the Tomodachi Kokoro, Storm Rider. He's been handy in his recent starts, but from this wide draw, I think he's going to go back to last.
Zach is back right now. This time he's talking Beauty Waves. Back on Beauty Waves this week. Is it a ride you chased, or was it one you couldn't knock back when they came to ask you?
Well, I didn't have a ride in the race when they asked me, so I sort of had to take it. But he won well the other day. He goes right around the valley. Obviously, he's back up in the ratings a little bit now, and it's not going to be easy for him. But you know, he's a horse that's in form and likes the track, so we'll see how we go.
No concern stepping back to 1200?
It's always a concern. You know, his better form probably has been at the 1000, especially around the valley. But you know, he's an older horse now, and they can sometimes adapt and change a little bit. And I like the way he won the other day. So, as I said, when they're in form, it's hard to say no.
That is Zach on Beauty Waves. We'll move on here to Kaholo Angel, Paul, and the Grey. Winner last time, and he's been very hard to beat lately.
He's been going very well. He's had some really good rides, sitting just in behind the pace. You see him getting out at the right time here. I actually didn't mind the run of Tomodachi Kokoro here, and he comes into the race on a good racing weight. Of the 2, look, to put them in, I actually put Tomodachi Kokoro in front of Kaholo Angel.
Yeah, I've got Kaholo Angel and I've also got Tomodachi Kokoro in for a second there on. Kaholo Angel, big plus for him. He's still carrying the same weight he carried last time out. And Tomodachi Kokoro has not been able to win in this grade, but he has won in Class 1. But he's never carried this sort of weight in Class 2 before, 116 pounds, and he was right there to challenge last time out. So he's actually been racing well without winning recently, his Tomodachi Kokoro. So a big plus for him this week.
It is the old Cairns flyer, Tomodachi Kokoro. Here he is again, Tom running 5th. Raging Blizzard runs 2nd here. He's had 2 trials since his last start. Good draw, Hugh Bowman, John Size, and he's a nice horse.
Yeah, it's typical sort of for Happy Valley, Class 1, Class 2 horse, and he goes well in this grade. He enjoys the circuit. Good trial recently. Hugh Bowman was aboard in that trial. He's had 192 days between wins. He sat right behind Wunderbar in this race, and he had to peel wider to get a crack at him, and he was still taking ground off him at the end. He has subsequently been beaten, Wunderbar, but I think Raging Blizzard's right in this.
Yeah, I agree. He got beaten by Beauty Waves, who's one of the rivals here in this race as well. I think he's one of the major chances, Raging Blizzard. 2-time course and distance winner.
Storm Rider, Paul, as we saw on your speed map, this wide draw, he's going to be a lot further back if things pan out than what he was this night when he had a good run behind the leader.
Yeah, not sure this is the exact right race for him. It's just the one that's come up on the calendar. 115 pounds is a positive barrier 10. He's going to have to go back and give some of these really good horses a start, so he didn't go in.
Yeah, he's £5 wrong on the handicap as well, so I think that's a concern here. Bit keen, 1 pace last start, so happy to overlook him here.
Final replay, Tom, is that of Tomodachi Kokoro again. Self-improvement. Eris Nova runs 5th. He's come up with a good draw this week, Eris Nova.
Yes, he's got barrier 1, so horses 9 through 12 are actually all out of the handicap here, and that's sort of the reason I don't really fancy any of them, to be honest, Paul.
I didn't mind self-improvement, actually, because he's never been to Happy Valley before. He's had 28 starts now, and his best runs have been on the all-weather. Now, you can see a lot over the years, these horses on the all-weather can run really well at Happy Valley. He's the widest runner here on the turf, and I like the way he finished off here. He's going to be a big price. He'll be 50 to 1, but I'm going to throw him in.
50 to 1, Paul. Are you brave enough to have him on top or minor line?
Just a minor line. Not on top, because, look, I think there's 2 very good horses in this, and they're going to fight it out, and that's Beauty Waves and Raging Blizzard. So 3 to beat 2 for me. Put him in for 3rd, though. You can put him in the exotics, and then Tomodachi Kokoro's been so honest. 3, 2, 10, 8.
You're very keen here on Raging Blizzard. He's trialled well since his last assignment behind Wunderbar. You go back to Shartin, back end of 24, early 25. He won then twice over Gorgeous Win. I think he's the one to beat. Tomodachi Kokoro, I think, gets in really well with the weights here. Kaholo Angel as well after a last start win. And Beauty Waves on a minor line. Maybe not totally ideal coming back up to the 1,200 metres for him. 2, 8, 5 and 3.
That's the preview of our first race on Racing to Win. Off to a break right now. I'm back with the last segment of Racing to Win for the season. And welcome back to Racing to Win. This is the preview for the season finale at Happy Valley, and we've got one more last run reminder to go, Paul. And who have you gone with?
David Hayes runner here, which is Honest Witness in race number 5 in those famous colours. Only had the 4 starts, a couple of 4ths, a 5th, and this 3rd that we can see here drew 10, so drew pretty wide. Now you can see him coming in that first bed. He's about 86 wide there. On this particular pace. They didn't go particularly quick, so he did have the chance to slot in, but he could only get out 3 wide. You can see him still wide as they come around the bend, and he fought on really strongly here for 3rd. So look, he looks like a winner waiting to happen. He's drawn a lot better here coming up on Wednesday night, and he was entitled to drop off after that run he had. But I really liked the way he finished off there. Just missed 2nd, ended up 3rd. And Never Too Soon was a well-rated horse that won the race.
He did. Zach Burton takes the ride on Honest Witness. Last run reminder for Happy Valley. Last race at Happy Valley is the 9th. And we've got Dragon 4 Seas at the top. Extra £8, but he's absolutely flying. Kairos Dragon is placed 2nd up. Alfie Chan has his final ride on Sugar Sugar. Chill Buddy has his first start in Hong Kong. One over the 1,000 metres at Mornington. Wide draw again for Storming Dragon. We've got co-partner Fleet coming into this class for the first time, and then Victor the Rapid up in grade after winning in Class 4 last Wednesday night, Paul.
I think Matthew Poon will just put handlebars down from this wide draw. Co-partner Fleet's led him both his 2 starts here. He may have to work to get across though, because Chill Buddy's shown a lot of speed in his trials. He's a debutant, but he won't want to get into a speed battle, so I think he'll let co-partner Fleet go if the intent is there. Francis Maynell from an inside draw is another one that's got plenty of pace as well. Thriving Brothers looks a bit tough for him.
Straight to Ben Thompson, the rider of Storming Dragon. Ben, fresh off a win with All's Well here at Sha Tin on the weekend. You ride an in-form Storming Dragon on Wednesday night.
Yeah, it'd be great to end with another winner. Mark, he's obviously been in great form, plagued by wide barrier draws, and unfortunately he's drawn another one again tomorrow night, barrier 11. But he's in top form. Stable's in top form with Jamie Richards. It'd be nice to win the finale, race 9 at Happy Valley tomorrow night.
Looking at his way he races, is there enough pace in the race to get him in at the end from that wide draw?
I hope so. Obviously Dragon 4Cs jumps from barrier 8, will push forward and led the race that our go for ran 4th in last time. So there's hit a couple of newcomers, and a couple of newcomers which have pace, hopefully, or even if there can be a few winners win from up on the speed, and then there's a few extras that may surprise and go forward. I'm sure that'll only help our hand. Obviously, he's always, midfield to further back our horse. So speed will, against such an even group of horses and in-form horses, Chorus Dragon, Young Arrow, we need everything to go right, but obviously his talent will take him a long way. After tomorrow night, you head back to Australia. We miss Hong Kong, and how much have you enjoyed it? Absolutely. It's been the highlight of my career, no doubt. Between, obviously, the jockeys I'm competing against, they're just the competition on and off the track. It's been a invaluable experience, one that, I regard higher than anything else that I've encountered in my career, and a place I'd love to return. So hopefully, I'd like to think I'm heading back to Australia a better jockey than the one that arrived here February 2024. Looking forward to what the future holds, and hopefully to compete here again. And we wish Ben all the best in his return to Australia to continue his riding career down there. Tom, co-partner Fleet's coming to Happy Valley. He's impressed in 2 starts.
He has. He's no stranger to Happy Valley. He has trialled here. He trialled back here at the beginning of May in a trial that he won. He has had the little tendency to get the hit up, and he did that again last time out at the 800 metres. So just wonder if they stoke him up. Is he going to be the horse that can come back underneath Matthew Poon? He's been nicely handled so far by Zach Purton and Francis Loy. 18 days on from this win, Paul.
Yeah, it was a strong win, wasn't it? And Lovers in the Air didn't really frank the form. They ordered Golden Tronic Mighty that ran 2nd and 3rd there. So Better and Better ran 4th, and he's running earlier in the card, so maybe he can. But look, I'm going to include him because he's obviously got ability. And as you say, it's just how much work does he have to do early from that draw? I'm going to have to fly through this one, Paul, because it's the Tony Cruz Award. We don't know the 9 winners of the last meeting, and we don't know the Tony Cruz Award winner, about the only 2 things left to decide for the season. Yeah, Champion Griffin as well. But look, at 36, 35, 34, it's all to play for here. Ragnar's got a chance, Better and Better's got a good chance, Circuit Victory, they're all good chances going into for Matthew Poon on that page, and both those 2 as well. So he's got a good book.
Yep, he certainly does. And so over to, of course, Matthew with Chadwick winning hard. He found the ground a little firm last time out. Lucky Samgul ran well with all the ground he covered last start. Give Grand Nova some sort of a chance. You'd be mad not to have him in. Eris Nova and Thriving Brothers there as well. And also with Derek Lung, Yorma, everything on a turnaround up to 1,200 metres. It's his favourite course and distance. And you've got further down there, Sterling, Wong Choi, Prestige Always, and Regal Gem has trialled well since his last start. Heaps of rides for the boys as they try to win the Tony Cruz Award for the leading local rider. Paul, we have Victor the Rapid winning last week. He was in as the nominated standby starter. Not only was he in, he absolutely blitzes them. Didn't he win impressively? Barrier 12, so he'll have to get back. He'll probably carry 119 with Anton Hamlin aboard. He is carded 117. Peel's horses haven't gone 2 in a row. That was just my little concern. No, I had him in last week and he fair dinkum annihilated them there, but I'm not so keen this week, to be honest.
On to Romantic Sun and his trial, Tom.
Yeah, his trial, he's a horse that I think is better suited coming back here to Happy Valley. He's £15 better off with Dragon 4 Seas for that meeting 2 runs ago. I don't think he was suited by being ridden more forward than he sort of has done in some of his recent starts from that wide draw, in particular with that wide draw factor. So maybe he can pop up again here, Paul, from a lower draw barrier 5 with a little bit more patience.
Yeah, and Happy Valley suits him, doesn't he? Coming back here to Happy Valley, I think it's a good thing. It was a low, he wasn't pressured, was he, in that trial? So he's coming into the race in good order.
Chill Buddy's a newcomer, Paul. He was known as SpongeBob. Can he impress on debut, or will he hit Bikini Bottom?
Oh, I think he will. I think Patrick will be impressed with him in this one, and you can see him well clear. There were some good horses in this trial. Young Achiever was in there amongst others. So look, he spaced them. I quite like this horse. His win at Mornington was quite strong too before he got here.
He led all of the way. He was trained by David Brightoak and Matt Jenkins, so we're keen to see what he can do. He's £1,178, 3 trials leading into this. You can tell it's the end of the season. I think we might have hit Bikini Bottom there.
We hit that a long, long time ago. What about Sugar Sugar? Alfie Chan looking to go out a winner, Tom?
Yes, and he's a horse that Alfie's always had a good association with. 4 wins from 18 rides. Alfie hasn't had a ride since race 409 back on the 9th of February, so we wish him well. I think he's got ambitions to become an assistant trainer down the years, so let's hope he can go on with that and maybe go out a winner as well.
And here is Alfie right now.
He's been, always been a special one for me because the past couple of seasons, when I'm going down and then hasn't ride winners for a couple months, and then he always get up one for me, and hopefully we can do it the same on the last day on Wednesday. I've been riding here for a few years, and will be the last meeting, and he will be my last ride for Wednesday night, and it's pretty special, and hopefully we can do it again.
Alfie rides Sugar Sugar, and he's got a pretty good record on the Casper Founds train runner also. But, Paul, we need your selections for this race.
I'm going to go with Chill Buddy, the first starter here in the last. I thought it was a fantastic trial, a couple of trials from him. He's had 3 of them, and also a really good win at Mornington before he got here. So he's on top to beat the 9. Co-partner Fleet should go to the front. Dragon Force, he's got to overcome that 8-pound weight rise. And then Storming Dragon, the one finishing off strongly. 5-9-1-7.
This side here with Kairos Dragon. Did fancy him last time out. He got a fair way back from barrier number 10 and had to come off heels on the straight after being held up, but still closed well. He's drawn barrier 1 for David Hall and Karis Teaton. Co-partner Fleet's in the second. Dragon 4 Seas has been in great form, and Chill Buddy here making his debut. 2, 9, 1 and 5.
And that will be the last race in Hong Kong until the first meeting next season in September. But we've got one more best bet to try and get out with, Paul.
We'll go with that one we've just talked about in the last, Chill Buddy. I think he can win the last. Looks a really good recruit here for Hong Kong. So we'll go with him. And one of the old stages for the value play, and that's Setanta. He gets back, he runs on. He should absolutely have the race run to suit. So we can have a look here. You can see him gets back, runs on. He's done this in his last 2 starts. He's only finished within a couple of lengths of the winner. And all things being equal, we can do something similar and get his nose in front here in this race. So not far away, as you can see, from Setanta. And as far as the play is concerned, you can see it on screen there. On screen.
Best bet is race 8, number 2, Raging Blizzard. He's been consistent all season. I think he can cap off the season with a victory here. Race 8, number 2, Raging Blizzard. The value, Argento Ocean. This horse here made a decent debut at Sha Tin last time out. Coming to Happy Valley for the first time of the play. Raging Blizzard, Kaholo Angel and Tomodachi Kokoro.
A best bet, better and better, has just got better and better in a short career. 3 starts and he's been closer in each one. Good draw, Matthew Poo. Northern Beast back to his favourite track and distance. Andrea Razzani and David Hall. And the play, race 3, better and better to run down the tearaway leader, Mega Bonus. So we'll go forecast in the third. That has been racing to win. The diary has 1 entry, Tom, and that's it.
It is. First race 6:30 tomorrow night, so we'll be on air from 6 p.m. There'll be fireworks. There'll be plenty of action at the beer garden. Paul, expecting a big crowd and some good jackpots to chase.
Yeah, look, get there early. That's one advice I'd give you, because it's going to be absolutely packed and it's going to be a really good fun night.
It is indeed. That has been Racing to Win. Thanks for joining us throughout the season. Tom, Paul, thanks to you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks to you as well as you've joined us across the Hong Kong racing season.